Hey fam, I'm sure you'd be wondering what the heck your apps your life will translate. Well, it sounds like a weird title, I know, but I used it just because it sounds really suspenseful. Good evening, and hope you had a wonderful Monday. And thank you very much for joining me on another episode of Reality Monday podcast with Damilare Mapa. So when I say your apps, yes, I mean the application on your phones. An application is a program or piece of software designed to fulfill a particular purpose to an end user. For millennials in the 21st century and even centuries to come, it is safe to say that the applications on our phone has so much impact in our lives, but most of us using smartphones never think of it this way. In a survey done by PulseNG in 2019 to determine how many hours young Nigerians spend on their phones/internet a day, the conclusion was that about 70% of people who participated in the survey agreed to spending over 10 hours a day on the internet. Wow. This might be same for some people and less for others, but the truth is we spend so much time on our phones in a day. And guess what we are doing on our phones? Yes, using different applications. The good news is there are so many positive things we could use our phones for, but we aren't usually conscious of the fact that the applications on our phones has so much impact in our lives, whether it's obvious or not. And to be honest, I'm actually also guilty of this. But the thing is, I tend to realize this as time goes on and usually make a few adjustments. Finally, I'll give you a tip on how you can determine if the amount of apps you use on your phone is negative or positive. So you have to group the apps on your phone into categories. I'll give 5 categories iPhone usually uses to calculate the amount of time you use on different apps on the phone. It's called screen time, and you can check it out if you are using an iPhone. The categories are number 1, social networking, number 2, games, number 3, entertainment, number 4, reading, and the last one, productivity and creativity. So after grouping the apps you have on your phone or the one you use the most, if it falls under the first 3 categories, then you really need to be realistic with yourself and start deleting apps from your phone. And if it's more of the last 3 apps, then you need to try as much as possible to be consistent, because it's obviously not easy. So that's it on today's episode of Reality Monday, guys. Thanks a lot for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.